In the prior exercise, you are editing your file on GitHub Codespaces. You installed Live Server from the extensions, and you were viewing your changes more or less in real time as you are editing. In this exercise, we're going to stage and commit our changes so that your edits are saved and they're saved back in your repo. So while you're working on GitHub Codespaces, you're just editing the file in a place where it is saved but not published, let's say. Now it's time to put our work back on the repo. So we'll go over here and we'll use the source control area. You can see that the source control area has a little number 1, and it says 1 pending changes because I made a pretty minor change. I added a line of code. That little green bar is also suggesting that there's some added code or an added line. And from my source control area, I can see next to changes that I have 1 change. I can also see on the index file that it has been modified. That M means modified. So here on the changes line, I'll press the plus sign. Now I have staged changes, all the changes that I've made. And then I'll add a short message and I'll press commit. It may ask you to sync your changes, and it's saying when I will press this button and it says push 1 commit to origin/main. And so basically it's going to push my changes to the main branch of my repo. So I'll press OK. And now my changes that I've made, my edits that I made in GitHub Codespaces will appear back in my repo. So this is kind of the big moment. If I go and look in my repo, I can see my edits are actually here in my code. And since we already had sort of enacted GitHub pages, not only are my edits now here visible in my repo, but they're also visible on my GitHub page. So remember, this view of my work is just the sort of live server demo view of edits that I was making in GitHub Codespaces. Codespaces will hold on to my work, but it's not published live for anyone else to see. It's just kind of temporarily live for me to see while I'm working. However, the GitHub pages is going to show you what's in your repo, and that is published in a place that you can share with others. So I will go and take a look at my deployments area. I can see my paragraph about cold weather and added p tag have been deployed. And I can go and visit my site in order to see my changes in action. So here's my link. Remember that your link to your live page hosted by GitHub Pages is going to have github.io in its name. So you can go there now. Take a look. Mine looks like the old version. It doesn't look like the new version. We have to remember that sometimes it takes a moment before those deployments kind of work themselves out, or I may need to just refresh the page because I need to kind of clear the cache, so or sort of refresh what's in the memory of the browser. So I just press Command R to refresh the page. You could also click the refresh button, and now I see my updated code. This is what's actually being saved in the index file that I've committed to my repo.